Hey guys, it's Owen from Wrestling Inc. back with another wrestling news roundup. Without any further ado, let's get into today's biggest stories in the world of professional wrestling. Johnny Gargano teases match on AEW star's vlog. No one yet knows what Johnny Gargano's next move will be, though he'll supposedly be discussing it at StarCast 5 in late July. For now, fans will just have to settle for any teasers the former NXT champion gives them, like his appearance yesterday on the vlog of AEW star Sammy Guevara. Gargano can be seen in the opening minute of the latest episode of Guevara's long-running vlog, coming across the three-time TNT champion and his girlfriend, fellow AEW wrestler Tay Conti. The footage appears to be from the signing for Maryland Championship Wrestling on May 15, where all three took part in a signing. The meeting begins with Gargano running into the couple, with former NXT stars Conti and Gargano greeting each other before Guevara introduces himself. Guevara then suggests a contest between him and Gargano, quote, would be a pretty badass match, end quote. Gargano concurs before suggesting that, quote, I think someone's missing, alluding to his wife Candice LeRae, another former member of the WWE NXT roster. The trio is then interrupted by Fuego del Sol, who proposes himself as Gargano's partner, much to everyone else's chagrin. Both Gargano and LeRae are currently free agents following LeRae's contract with WWE expiring earlier this month, meaning they could, in theory, sign with AEW at any time. Gargano and AEW were linked in the news last week after the TNT-owned AEW on TNT Twitter account incorrectly tagged Gargano in a post about Johnny Elite, formerly known as John Morrison, after he made his AEW debut as the Joker in an Owen Hart Cup quarter-final match. While Gargano and LeRae's plans remain an open question, Guevara and Conti's next AEW encounter looks to be set in stone. It was reported yesterday that the couple is internally penciled in for an AEW Double or Nothing match against Paige Van Zant and either Scorpio Sky or Ethan Page, though the match has yet to be officially announced. WWE Raw sees slight audience drop with strong NBA and NHL competition. Despite facing much tougher competition than the prior week, WWE Raw only saw a small drop in their audience this past Monday night, although the 18 to 49 demographic had a much bigger dip. Raw averaged 1.732 million viewers this past Monday night, according to Showbuzz Daily. The audience was only down 0.23% from last week, despite facing strong competition from the NBA and NHL playoffs, while last week's show did not have the strong sports competition. Raw ranked number 2 for the night in the cable 18 to 49 demographic with a 0.41 rating, behind the NHL playoffs. In all of television, it ranked number 9 for the night in the demo. The Cody countdown did not seem to help the rating as it had the prior 2 weeks. The hour 1 to hour 3 audience drop was 17%, the biggest since April 18th. The 18 to 49 rating drop from hour 1 to hour 3 was 11.6%. Year over year, the audience was actually up 7%, while the 18 to 49 rating was down 9%. Last year, Raw faced competition from the NBA playoffs as well, however, it was earlier in the postseason. The NBA game that opposed Raw the same week last year averaged 2.417 million viewers, while that game was opposed the majority of Raw last night actually averaged 6.397 million viewers. Monday's Raw featured Becky Lynch defeating Asuka in the main event, while Cody Rhodes battled The Miz. Theory references WWE Raw match that did not happen. Mustafa Ali has inserted himself into a storyline with current United States champion Theory, which unfortunately hadn't worked out for him so far. Not only did Ali get decimated by Veer Mahan on last week's episode of Monday Night Raw, but according to Theory himself, during an appearance on 95K GGO, Ali was scheduled to have a match on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw that flat out didn't happen. Quote, right now we've got this guy named Mustafa Ali that for some reason thinks he deserves a shot at my United States Championship, Theory said. And each week, me being the fighting champion that I am and the hard work that I've put in to become the United States champion, I'm making this guy go through it. If he wants to prove that he's championship material, then he's got to go through all these different situations and then he can have a shot at my title. and we'll see how it goes. I think tonight is an opportunity for him to face me for the United States Championship if he can win his match tonight, end quote. It's unclear who Ali's opponent was supposed to be on Raw, but neither he nor Theory appeared on this show at all. With WWE's next premium live event taking place in less than 2 weeks, the match would have to be on next week's Go Home show if it was setting up a championship contest at Hell in a Cell. However, it is unlikely that a United States Championship match is planned for Hell in a Cell. That bout has only been defended at a premium live event twice in the last calendar year, with the most recent defense coming 8 months ago at Extreme Rules 2021, and as evidenced by Theory going on the radio to promote a match that never took place, the US title doesn't seem to be at the top of WWE's current list of priorities. Kyle O'Reilly confirms length of his AEW contract. How long will AEW superstar Kyle O'Reilly remain All Elite? The answer is 5 years. O'Reilly confirmed the news as a guest on the Toddcast podcast, revealing that the AEW contract he signed back in December was 5 years long. The 35-year-old detailed what he'd like to be doing 5 years from now, highlighting aspirations of holding championship gold for All Elite Wrestling. Quote, "For me, in 5 years, I'll still be with AEW," O'Reilly said. "I signed a 5-year deal with them, so hopefully by then, I'm the champion of the company or a several-time tag team champion and just having fun and never losing that love that I have for the business." When O'Reilly made the jump to AEW from NXT, he described his contract coming to an end as a blessing because he was allowed to make his own decision, unlike other wrestlers who were being released at the time. O'Reilly came to AEW with his partner Bobby Fish and immediately reformed the Undisputed Era on day one. The latest on AEW Rampage's start time this Friday. Yesterday, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer revealed on Twitter that the time slot for Friday's AEW Rampage episode was up in the air after originally being promoted to air at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, but possibly facing rescheduling due to hockey. Now, another update has revealed that Rampage's time slot is still up in the air, but won't be for much longer. Late on Monday night, Meltzer provided further clarification regarding when fans should expect to see AEW Rampage this weekend. Quote, "Update on Rampage Friday after tonight's game," Meltzer tweeted. Rampage will air either at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time Friday, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, if there is a Colorado vs. St. Louis game. If that series is over, Rampage will air at 10 p.m. regular time slot in Vegas. The show will start at 3 p.m. local time, end quote. The update came after the Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the Florida Panthers in Game 4 to eliminate the Panthers 4-0 in the Eastern Conference semifinals of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The early Tampa Bay series victory eliminates the need for Game 5 on Friday, freeing up the later time slot for Rampage to air. Meltzer also provided clarification on whether Rampage would air live on Friday. Quote, "In Vegas, Rampage will be taped around 3:30 p.m. Friday, 30 minutes of bouts taped for streaming," Meltzer tweeted. "If there is a St. Louis, Colorado game, Rampage will be live. If no hockey game, Rampage will be taped 3.5 hours before it airs." So what are your thoughts on today's Wrestling News Roundup? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe to Wrestling Inc. and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.